Most souvenirs near Sydney Opera House are overpriced, but a few items are actually worth buying. Most tourists buy the wrong things in Sydney, especially around the Opera House. The views, the atmosphere, the iconic location. That emotional effect makes people overspend very fast. We want to show you what's actually worth buying around Sydney Opera House and what honestly isn't worth your money at all. Because not everything sold in iconic tourist areas is a good purchase. If this is your first time in Sydney, this video will probably save you money immediately. You will find books, design pieces that you don't find anywhere else. And you can find items you won't see in a typical tourist store. The design, the packaging, even the presentations. One thing I personally think is worth buying here, the smaller high-quality souvenirs that are specifically tied to Opera House itself. The smaller items often looks much more premium than oversized tourist merchandise. What do I personally think is not worth buying here? Large generic souvenirs, especially things you can easily find cheaper in Chinatown, Paddy's Market. By the way, you can find more shopping guides in Sydney in my Australia playlist in this channel. Now we are heading to the Gateway Sydney Mall. This feels completely different. It's more about daily lifestyle shopping. What I think is worth spending money on here is food or a coffee, especially if you want to experience Sydney cafes as casual dining culture properly. That's part of Sydney identity. This is a great backup plan if you didn't book your food inside the Opera House. Another thing worth buying at Getaway Sydney is good travel essentials, especially if you forgot something before exploring the city, because it's an essential but actually also a souvenir. When it comes to shopping, honestly, I will avoid in here because Getaway Sydney is so near of Opera House and prioritize convenience and location. Boomerangs, keychains, basic kangaroo products. A lot of those are significantly overpriced in premium areas like this one. Suddenly, your small spending becomes expensive very fast. That's why I think smart shopping in Sydney is less about buying more. It's about clever selection. And if you haven't seen my full guide about Tarunga Zoo in Sydney, you can check that one next. Now, if you are looking for the best value shopping in Sydney overall, you usually find better prices away from the harbor zone. That's why in my channel I have a shopping guide in another areas in Sydney. You may check those videos after this one. Also, if you want to see the other side of Sydney as an expat, watch my Sydney real estate video after this one. If you want to explore more of Australia the right way, check my full Australia playlist, everything you need in one place. Next video, we are visiting a place within walking distance from here, so stay tuned.